Hi, thanks for joining me today to make charsiupork. It's a lovely Chinese barbecue pork. So I've got a freezer bag to make the marinade in. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and then 2 tablespoons of clear honey. That's a nice runny honey. And you just pop that in. And then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. This gives it a lovely flavour. So I'm using Blue Dragon hoisin, which I really like. And into that goes 3 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. You can use light, but the dark helps to give it a nice colour and flavour. And here I've got some Chinese seasoning or Chinese 5-spice, so 1 teaspoon goes in. And I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. And I'm just using regular vinegar, but you can also use Chinese vinegar. You can use white rice wine vinegar. And then goes in some garlic. And I'm just using a garlic paste today. So roughly 1 tablespoon of garlic. You can chop your own or use a paste. And then there's a lovely red colour that comes on Chinese pork or charsiupork. So I'm using food colouring today. Food colouring or fermented red bean paste is normally used. So then you just want to mix this up. And I'm going to reserve some of the marinade, and I've got this in a separate bowl, and that's going to baste the chops when they're in the oven. So I'm using, these are just like a lean sort of chop. They do have a thick layer of fat around the edge, but I just cut that off at the end once they've roasted. But fattier bits of meat, pork loin, they're very good, and the thicker the piece of meat, the more moist it will be when you cut it. But the chops work really well for me. So you want to pop it in the bag, and then you just want to mix it round. And you want this to refrigerate for at least 6 hours, but overnight is best. So every time you go in the fridge, if you just give it a wee mix round and make sure that it's all mixing in. So that just goes away for 6 hours. And then you want to put the meat onto a rack. Now this goes into a rack with a little water underneath, and the water stops it from burning, and you want to baste with the marinade. You can see the lovely colour there. So you just baste it, you keep turning them over and basting it until they're cooked through with a slight char, and that gives you the lovely meat. So this is sliced up. I've just poured the extra marinade that didn't have the meat juices in it over the top, and this is a lovely stir fry that I made. So thanks very much for watching the video today, and hope that you can subscribe to see more videos and that you enjoy making this recipe. Thank you.